that Disney has done it again. Another live-action remake, another internet firestorm. But this time, it's more than just artistic nitpicking or copyright rants. We're talking race, disability, feminism, war, and yes, even genocide. This is not your grandma's Snow White. So, why is the fairest of them all causing one of the ugliest controversies in Hollywood right now? Let's break it all down. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of entertainment, peeling back the layers of the stories everyone's talking about, and the ones they're not. If you enjoy content like this, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Let's start with Rachel Zegler, the face of Disney's new Snow White. On paper, she fits the description. Fair skin, dark hair, youthful charm. But that hasn't stopped outrage from a very vocal corner of the internet. Why? Because Zegler is Latina, and apparently, some people think being a Latina disqualifies her from playing a character named Snow White, even if she literally looks the part. You know, the same crowd that believes fictional fairy tale roles must pass a racial purity test, or else. Zegler herself has addressed this with grace. She told Variety back in 2022 that she was thrilled to represent a Latina princess, and even pointed out how beloved Snow White is in Spanish-speaking countries. For many fans, that excitement was contagious. For others, it was apparently cause for outrage. But this is only the first layer of controversy. The second goes much deeper, literally. Because what would Snow White be without her 7 dwarves? Well, that depends on who you ask. Peter Dinklage, the Emmy-winning actor with dwarfism, called out Disney's so-called progressive approach. He questioned why they'd cast a diverse lead, but still rely on what he called a backward trope. 7 dwarves living in a cave. Disney's response? A mixed bag. Of the 7 dwarves in this adaptation, only one is played by a little person. The others, not so much. Some in the dwarfism community say this is a step forward. Others feel like it's robbing actors with dwarfism of roles that have long been their bread and butter, even if they came with stereotypes. It's complicated. Is fantasy representation better than none? Or are we just redressing old biases in shinier costumes? And then there's feminism, because of course there is. Zegler revealed in 2023 that this Snow White won't be waiting around for Prince Charming. She's dreaming about leadership, not just love. Sounds empowering, right? Not if you ask certain corners of the internet, who responded with absolute fury. Critics accused her of trashing the original film, which, for the record, she never did. In fact, Zegler clarified that love is still part of the story, but so is independence. She argued that Snow White can want both, something we'd expect most modern audiences to celebrate. But in 2025, giving a fairy tale princess a backbone is apparently a culture war trigger. But the plot thickens, and we're not talking fairy tales anymore. Real-world geopolitics have entered the chat. Rachel Zegler has voiced support for Palestine, especially during the devastating conflict in Gaza. Meanwhile, her co-star, Gal Gadot, who plays the evil queen, is a former IDF soldier and vocal supporter of Israel. This clash of ideologies has sparked massive online debate. Pro-Palestinian groups have called for a boycott of the film, despite Zegler's stance, simply because Gadot is involved. Others have criticized Zegler for working alongside Gadot. It's a lose-lose scenario where both actresses are being torn apart from opposite sides of a brutal war. So the million-dollar question, will Snow White sink or swim at the box office? Disney is known for surviving controversy, but this time it's different. They've managed to simultaneously alienate conservative audiences, progressive activists, disability advocates, and international viewers with strong political opinions. That's a lot of bridges to burn, even for a media empire. And yet, millions of casual viewers don't know or care about any of this. For For them, it's just the girl from West Side Story and the lady from Wonder Woman in a pretty fantasy movie. In the end, Snow White is no longer just a tale about true love's kiss. It's a microcosm of everything dividing us today. Race, disability, gender roles, war, and even the purpose of storytelling itself. Will this be Disney's boldest reinvention yet, or its biggest misstep? Only time and ticket sales will tell. What do you think? Is Snow White a step forward or just another stumble? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed digging deep into entertainment's biggest controversies, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching. Until next time.